Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well today. Now, I hope you guys also had a wonderful weekend, all right, for those who enjoyed their weekend, even if you didn't do anything, okay? I still hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, all right? It is Monday, March the 30th, so let's jump right into it and see what you might need to know, okay? Right now the time is 10:03 a.m., all right? So let's see. So spirit, guides, okay, source, God, universe, what message do you have for the collective? Whatever the collective believes in when it comes to higher power, what can you tell the collective at this time when it comes to the energy? What does the collective need to know at this time when it comes to the energy? Okay, I would like to flip, I would like to be able to shuffle the cards. Okay, here we go. All right, so stop signs could be very significant. Okay, the color red, okay, when it comes to you stopping something. Now, when it comes to anxiety, right, take what resonates with that. This could resonate for a small group of you. Maybe you are somebody who's very anxious, or maybe you are somebody who deals with a lot of anxiety, right? Now, for some of you guys, when it comes to dealing with anxious situations or being in situations that make you anxious, that could also be very significant too. Excuse me, guys. For some of you now, there's something also about this energy too, where, say, for example, like you're not anxious or you're not somebody who has anxiety or whatever the case is. There's something about you picking up on other people's energies as well. And that is something maybe that you could have stopped. Okay, so when I say picking up on other people's energy, it's like maybe you were feeling very like nauseated or very anxious, or just out of like that feeling of just feeling unsettled and maybe wondering why you felt the way that you felt. Come to find out, it's something about you being around certain people's energies or around certain people where you may realize that I'm going to stop doing this, or I'm going to stop being around people that make me feel anxious or have this like anxiety type of attachment, right? And this could be anything. This could be people, places, things, whatever, right? But there's something about you stopping something, whether this is you stopping something with your anxiety or you have stopped being very anxious and learning to grow from that. Okay, it doesn't happen overnight. For some people, you know, you guys could be taking medication or maybe weaning off of medication because maybe it doesn't work for you the way that it works for other people. You know what I'm saying, guys? What somebody else does may not work for everybody. Okay, that is why it's good to find out what works best for you. Everybody's body is different. It's the same thing with like peppermint tea. You could have 50 people drinking peppermint tea and, you know, saying, oh my God, this is amazing. It's the holy grail. And then you could have that 1% of people that are like, I don't like peppermint tea. Okay, it's too harsh. It's spicy. Okay, there's certain things about it that does not resonate with me. But it doesn't mean that that person cannot use it. Maybe they may not be able to drink it, right? But there's other things that they can use it for, like, you know, making their own mint, like, you know, chewing it, or making their own gum, or making their own toothpaste, or whatever it is. A lot of people are very creative, and even if you cannot use one element to do something, there's always another way to use that element for something else. Okay, so stopping anxiety. Anxiety could be very significant. Being around people who make you anxious too could also be significant too. It's like releasing and letting go of that feeling, right? Like you are somebody, either you make people anxious or you feel anxious when it comes to other people, and you guys are stopping whatever this energy is. So this could be you releasing and letting go, or this is something about, you know, you moving forward. Okay, yeah, sadness. So yeah, there's something about you stopping whatever energy this is. Now, when it comes to anxiety and sadness, you are stopping either picking up on other people's energies, or you are stopping people who make you feel like this, like I said, because you're determined, right? You are somebody who's very determined. Maybe you are somebody who doesn't deal with anxiety. Okay, even that too. It's like maybe you guys have been in environments, whether this is work, a home situation, whatever it is, and it's like you went in with a very good mindset, very positive, very happy-go-lucky, just to come out and be like, why do I feel this way? Why do I always feel anxious? Why do I always feel, you know, sad or upset or whatever the case is because it's not your energy. Like I said, either it was someone else's energy trying to make you feel like that, or even if you were feeling like that, you still showed up as someone who's determined regardless. And it's almost like people in your energy who have gone through certain things. And I don't like that. It's like, people will allow you to go through certain burdens because they went through those burdens, and because you're not showing up the way they did, meaning if they went through those burdens and you're not, it's like people are upset. So it's almost like parents too, like because parents had to struggle, you know, when it came to work or certain things that they had to do in their time, it's almost like because you're not going through the same struggles as that individual, it's like, how dare you, you know, be happy? How dare you, you know, be okay with you being in the energy that you're in? That's the kind of feeling that I'm getting. It's like you're determined, and even if you went through this energy of the dark night of the soul, whether this was you, other people trying to make you feel like this, other energies trying to make you feel like this, you still came out on top. Okay, you still came out on top. You were determined. Okay, you are somebody who, it doesn't matter the situation that you're in, you will always show up for yourself no matter what. And that is what's triggering to other people who maybe don't have that same feeling about themselves, right? So yeah, some of you guys could have found your own space, or you guys are taking space away, right? When it comes to situations, people, places, right? Like I said, having space, okay, going within, hermit mode energy. Even when it comes to introspection, it's like you are aware about people's energies and what they do and how they feel. And that could be something also that you guys cannot run from. It's like whatever was hidden, you guys have seen people's true colors and who they really truly are. And a lot of times people may not believe that, right? Like we don't want to believe that our parents would be a certain way or be shady, right? We don't want to think that way about our parents or family members or those that we have around us. But like I said, we also have to remember that not everybody has the same goal. Not everyone has the same path or the same drive or the same understanding as you. You could be somebody who wants to build a group of people in a team and have people to come together, right? But then also you may have other people who may not like that. It's like some people would rather negativity and toxicity than to have positivity. And I think that is so weird because it's like you would rather be low vibrational than be high vibrational. You know, like that doesn't make any sense. So take what resonates with that. We have consciousness. Okay, some of you guys, when it comes to like your consciousness, there's something about you being aware about this energy that's around you. Like I said, you could be aware of the energy, or there's something about your consciousness when it comes to like people, right? Having faith. So yeah, having faith that things will work out for you. Like I said, if you guys were dealing with people who are very anxious, very sad, you are aware about this, and that is why some of you guys are moving away from this energy. Like you stopped, okay, whether this was you or them, mentally, physically, whatever the case is. And now you guys are moving forward with faith that whatever you guys are building, moving towards that ladder, growing, leveling up, that kind of energy, making it basically to the top, right? Like that Rocky Bullwinkle type of energy, like dun, 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 that kind of energy. You guys are not stopping. You guys are moving forward. You guys are, you know, showing up as somebody who has a lot of drive, a lot of determination. And that's very hard to come by. You know what I mean, guys? That's very hard to come by. It's like there are people out there who go through a lot of adversities, and unfortunately, they don't make it out the way that some of us do. Okay? And that is something to be grateful for as well, right? Yeah, believing in your magic, trusting in your magic is significant. Okay, maybe that's what some of you guys are learning, to have faith as well. Whatever your magic is, I don't mean just spell work only. Okay, that could be you believing in yourself more. Okay, you guys could have an idea and maybe you guys are second guessing yourself. And, you know, somebody may show up out of nowhere and say, hey, that's really cool. What is that? And you start explaining yourself, and that's how things, you know, show up. So again, whether you think so or not, other people around you may think differently, and that could be something that you guys are learning also, that what you think about other people too may not be true, right? For some of you, yeah, like people are backstabbing, people are conniving, but for some of you, there are energies where people are like that, but they may not be coming for you, right? So again, when it comes to friendships too, that could be significant too. Maybe you may have lost a lot of friends. Maybe you don't have a lot of friends, right? Maybe you realize when it comes to friend groups, there's always competition. There's always something, right? So tapping into your magic, shining your magic, being in your magic is significant. And also believing in that is also significant. Yeah. Transmuting your magic or pain into magic. Okay. So being able to transmute energy could be very significant. Yeah. We have protection and we also have abundance. So even if you feel like your energy, for example, like say you're doing something that you're working towards, or whether this is a goal or dream or whatever, and you may feel like there's entities that are out there or other people in your energy that are trying to block you and stop you, know that you guys are protected no matter what. Even if you feel like something is off, you're still protected regardless. Okay, even if people try to feel like they were doing something in your energy, like whether this was trying to attack you in your energy, whatever this is, you're still showing up as somebody that's abundant. You're protected, you're abundant. Okay, abundance doesn't have to be just money only. Okay, this could be you receiving new opportunities, being able to move away from the environment that you're in. And you may have other people that may feel some type of way because it's like, why does the collective always get what they want? That's not the case. You guys don't always get what you want. The reason why you guys always get things is because you guys do the inner work and you guys actually sit down with yourselves and say, why do I keep attracting these energies and why do they keep showing up? Why do I keep seeing the same person in a different body? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys sit down and think about these things, and then whatever doesn't feel right, you make that change. Okay, not everyone thinks like that. Not everyone is able to move in that type of, energy. All right, guys, but I'm going to end it here. All right, guys. Please take what resonates with you whenever you see this. And again, thank you guys for the love and the support that you guys have been giving and sharing. I appreciate that. If you guys want to book a reading, you guys can check out my website. It is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. You guys can either check out my blog or you guys, like I said, you can book a reading. If you guys want to check me out on YouTube and TikTok, I post on both platforms as well. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for the love and the support. I appreciate you guys as always. And I will see you guys next time. And before I end it too, strength at the bottom of the deck. So like I said, abundance doesn't only have to be about money. Abundance could also be about finding joy and happiness in the small things in life, despite what's happening. Okay, like I said, not everything is about being rich. Not everything is about, having the newest car, the newest home, right? But you could have been around people who were like that or think like that. It's like, I have to go out with, these group of people because if I don't, I look bad to the family. And it's almost like, who cares? Like, if your mental well-being is being judged, right? Because people think that being around family is more important than you being able to think for yourself, and to be able to be in a mental place where you're okay. I don't know what to say to you, but I think that's crazy. If you have people around you who cannot understand what you're going through mentally, whether this is you going through something or not, they feel like you have to be here. You have to be here. It's Easter. How dare you not come to Easter dinner? Like, a lot of people are going through a lot of crap right now. I'm just going to be honest with you. And not everybody has the time and the energy and the money to be sitting down cooking a dinner right now and caring about Easter. Right? A lot of people have family members that they haven't seen or people that they haven't spoken to, and just sitting down and asking somebody how's their day, I think is a little bit more important than worrying about what is being cooked for Easter, what am I going to wear for Easter, how am I going to show up for Easter, Sunday or Easter dinner, So, yeah, if that's the case too, some of you guys with strength at the bottom before I end this, you guys could be showing up as very strong because you guys talk about a lot of things or you guys stand up for a lot of things that a lot of people feel uneasy or very uncomfortable about. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. Take what resonates with that. All right, guys. But I do love you guys. Thank you guys for, like I said, the love and the, the love, the support, the respect, okay, anything to do with supporting what it is that I'm doing for you guys. Like I said, I do post videos every day, but like I said too, for some of you guys, whether you guys, book a reading or not, like I said, it's my responsibility and it's my job as well as somebody who is supporting my own channel that I also support myself. So don't get me wrong, whether you guys support or not, And I do appreciate that that's not the whole point of the channel. Like, it's not me about making money and making money just to gain money. It's like, no, if I gain access to certain things, I can put it back in my business, right? But if not, there's also me trying to look for work. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, a lot of people come on here and they think that, you know, if I do something, that means I deserve or I have to have it. And a lot of people who have their own business don't realize that being a business person, there is ups and downs. There are good days, there are bad days, okay? Even when it comes to like money, you may not know when your next check is coming in. You may not know, you know, if it ever comes in, right? But having faith and knowing that whatever it is that you're building, it will grow. So yeah, there are people out there who do have businesses that have to sacrifice, whether this is, you know, having a part-time job or having a full-time job and saving up money and putting that towards their business, getting a loan. There's so many things that happen that a lot of people don't see, right? And I'm not talking about myself. I'm just talking about people in a whole who have a business, right? There's a lot of things that happen. So, you know, when it comes to support and things like that, that is why I'm very grateful. And that is why I show a lot of gratitude, because a little bit goes a long way. It's not just about the money only. Okay, guys, but anyways, thank you guys. And I'm only saying that too and speaking up for other business people too who are doing something similar to what I'm doing as well. Okay, so again, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. And please understand that it does take a lot of time and energy for those who do have a business and understand, right? It's not like, you know, some walk in the park. Some people are lucky too. I'm just going to be honest with you. You may have people out there who are content creators and they may post something and they just get really lucky. And that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? So anything that helps people with their business and supporting their business, especially if it's educational or, you know, you're learning something, yeah. You know, obviously, because I'm not shaking my booty or I'm not doing something that's explicit, right? Or selling my soul in that sense, because I'm not doing that. Of course, I'm not going to get obviously 20K followers. You know what I'm saying, guys? Of course, my business is going to take time to grow because I'm actually trying to help people in my community or in my energy, right? Instead, I could be, if I really wanted to, I could be posting toes, okay? I could be shaking booty and doing all that things, but what does that get you? You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, where does that really get you in life? Like, it can get you far, but for how long? You know what I'm saying, guys? So when it comes to creativity and doing things that make you happy, if you are working on something and you realize that you're not getting the same slap like everybody else, don't worry about that. Your time will come. Don't worry about what they have going on. A lot of times people don't realize that what you see someone else having, you don't want to know how they got it. You don't need to know how they got it, okay? A lot of times people are selling their soul, okay, and selling their bodies and selling a lot of things just so that they can be number one. And usually when you're not doing those things, of course things are going to be longer. Of course things are going to take, you know, forever to build and grow. It's not to say that it will never happen, but it takes longer. All right, guys. So anybody who's building something, keep moving forward. Okay, keep striving, keep pushing. Even if you have to get that side job or that side, you know, gig or whatever it is, just to support your business, okay, do that. Okay? Because a lot of times people will pretend like they want to help you and they don't. So being able to have both, that discernment of focusing on what you need to do and having that drive, but also having discernment of the people that you have around you and understanding it's okay for you to trust certain people to an extent. That is how you're able to move forward, okay? So anybody who has a business, keep moving forward, keep striving. All right, guys, like I said, it's going to take work, but you guys are still doing what makes you happy, all right? I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, bye.